Industry generally utilizes more anti-friction type bearings than plain bearings, due mainly to the fact that anti-friction bearings are longer lasting, thus reducing costly stoppages for maintenance work. Most anti-friction bearings are made up in the following way. Typically, a component is supported on a spindle or shaft by the inner ring of a bearing. An outer ring is held in a housing, which is normally part of the machine's casing. Between the inner and outer rings are a number of rolling elements, either steel balls, cylindrical rollers, or spherical rollers, which rotate on raceways. Either the inner ring or outer ring fits tightly into the housing or onto the shaft, so that as the part is turned, the movement and load is transmitted to the rolling elements, causing them to roll between the races. Rolling elements are kept separated and contained in a cage, which forms an integral part of the bearing assembly. A cage may be made from steel, brass, polyamide, or laminated phenolic. Let's review the makeup of a typical anti-friction bearing. Firstly, we have the outer ring. Next, there is the inner ring. Rolling elements held in a cage rotate between the inner and outer rings on raceways. Let's now consider some of the common variations of anti-friction bearings. This example is known as a single-row deep-groove ball bearing, so called because the rolling elements are balls, and there is only one row of them. Other ball bearings include double row, self-aligning types, and various other types. Ball-type bearings are normally used for high-speed applications. Ball-type bearings are generally obtainable as open, shielded, or sealed. Sealed and shielded bearings are packed with special grease at the factory and cannot be repacked. The next variety are the roller bearing type, in which the rolling elements are either cylindrical, tapered, spherical, or needle-type rollers. Roller-type bearings are generally capable of withstanding heavier radial and axial loads than ball types. Taper roller bearings are normally supplied in two separate parts, the outer ring being called a cup, and the inner ring, with its rolling elements and cage, being called a cone. Notice the pressed steel cage, which holds and separates the rollers. Needle roller bearings are generally of lightweight construction, with long, slender rolling elements held into the outer race. Needle roller bearings are normally used where space is limited and where radial loads are imposed. There are many varieties of needle roller bearings. Special thrust bearings are available to deal with thrust or axial loads and are available in ball, roller, and needle type. After the break, we shall discuss typical bearing mountings.